The Heritage List is, I think, a great idea. It's a superb way of bringing the listing system and what's out there, which has already been listed, this whole swathe of, and a huge variety of listed monuments, listed buildings, to people's attention. And it means that no matter where you are in the country, or indeed if you're somewhere else on the planet, you can find out what is at incredible detail if you want to, what is in a particular town, a particular market town, a particular port, anywhere in England. And it also means that if you want to get involved, if you are someone who wants to get involved in their local heritage by volunteering, or you just want to find out a bit more about what it is that makes your community today what it is, what historical set of events led up to the way it is today, then there's this wonderful resource there which is available and much more accessible than it's ever been before. I think it's a superb way of getting people involved and engaged, and of course making the whole thing a great deal more transparent. I'm all for it. I think it's going to make a huge difference to heritage in England, just simply because it will give people this way to get involved. It's going to mean that local heritage and archaeological societies and all these other organisations, many of which are the backbone of local heritage involvement, are going to have a huge fund of extra information which they can access and which will help to enthuse and inspire both their current sets of volunteers and the people who are interested, but also future generations on a much broader scale. And heritage is something where people are getting more and more interested in Britain, and they want to know more about it. This is a great resource. Heritage is a vital part of our culture. I mean, it's something which tells us where we came from, why the world is the way it is at the moment. And if you don't understand that, then you can take things for granted and you miss an awful lot. You miss a huge richness and a depth of understanding about the way things are. So I think it's essential. And in a country like Britain, which is not a young country, we're a modern society, we're a modern country, but we aren't young. We've been around here for a very, very long time on these islands. You can't understand the way things are today without understanding a bit about what happened before. And so heritage is a really good way of illustrating that, of bringing it to life, and of making it exciting and relevant. I don't even need to tell you what English heritage priorities should be in the next 4 years, because they've done it for themselves, which I think is great. So they've written it all down. It's in this thing called the National Heritage Protection Plan. The full-scale document is a big, thick wodge, as you'd expect from an organisation of their size and clout. But there is, I promise, a really short, convenient, accessible summary at the front. If anybody wants to know what English heritage is going to be up to over the next few years, have a look at that. And with any luck, you'll find some stuff in there which will interest you and you'll want to go deeper.